Have you ever had a day when you wake up and something feels different? Not painful, not dramatic, just a quiet heaviness you can't explain. You look at the things you do every day, the messages, the tasks, the responsibilities, and for the first time, your mind whispers, I can't. Not today. And it scares you because nothing special happened. Nothing went wrong. But somehow, you feel like a light inside you just dimmed overnight. That moment, that quiet collapse, is what burnout really feels like. Not slow, not gradual, just suddenly. Too much.
Like your brain finally said, I've been strong for so long, I can't hold it anymore.
Exactly. I'm Alex.
And I'm Gigglefish, your loyal aquatic sidekick who has also run out of batteries a few times.
Today we're unraveling why burnout feels like it hits all at once, even though the truth is much more complicated. Burnout rarely arrives with warning signs you recognize. It doesn't knock on the door. It doesn't shout. It builds slowly, quietly, in places you don't check often. You wake up, push through the day, push through the week, and tell yourself, I'm just tired. It's just a busy season. I'll rest later. Your brain believes you, or at least it pretends to.
Brains are sneaky like that. They'll duct tape everything together and say, look, still working. Even while sparks are flying everywhere.
Exactly. Your mind does everything it can to keep you moving. It uses adrenaline to keep you alert. It uses dopamine to give you just enough motivation to continue. It uses routine and autopilot to carry you through tasks you no longer have the energy for. From the outside, you look fine. From the inside, you're slowly slipping. But you don't notice, because your brain doesn't want you to. Burnout feels sudden for a simple reason. Your brain hides the truth from you until it can't anymore. It waits and waits and waits. It waits because you have bills, commitments, people who need you, work that keeps coming. A life that doesn't pause just because you're tired. So your brain says, I'll carry more. You focus on surviving. And you do. You keep pushing. You keep coping. You keep performing. Until one day, your brain realizes that continuing would cause real harm. So it releases everything you've been suppressing, all at once. Emotional exhaustion, mental fog, physical heaviness, the sudden feeling of being unable to function. The crash isn't the beginning of burnout, it's the end of the hiding.
So the sudden collapse is actually the truth finally catching up.
Exactly. Your brain is incredibly protective. When life becomes overwhelming, it shifts into something like emergency mode. In emergency mode, it shuts down everything that isn't essential. Joy becomes optional. Creativity becomes optional. Curiosity becomes optional. Your brain focuses only on what keeps you moving. Get up. Get through the day. Get things done. Everything else gets locked away behind a heavy door. But here's the part nobody tells you. You don't feel this happening. You just slowly become a version of yourself that's quieter, flatter, more distant. You stop dreaming. You stop caring about things you used to love. You start living in a fog. And because this happens gradually, the moment you finally notice, it feels sudden.
It's like dimming a light 1% at a time. You don't see the difference. Until suddenly, the room is dark.
Exactly. The crash often happens in a moment that feels random. You get a simple message. Someone asks you a harmless question. A small inconvenience appears. Something you normally handle without thinking. And suddenly, you feel like collapsing. You freeze. You cry. You shut down. People say, I was fine this morning. why now? But that tiny moment wasn't the cause. It was simply the last drop in a cup that's been overflowing for months. Your brain wasn't being dramatic. It wasn't being weak. It was protecting you the only way it could, by forcing you to stop.
Burnout isn't you giving up. It's your body saying, if you won't slow down, I'll slow us down for both of us.
Yes, burnout is not failure. It's a survival response. If you've ever felt burnout hit you suddenly, you're not alone. Millions of people experience the same thing, and almost all of them think there's something wrong with them. But there isn't. Your brain didn't break. It didn't malfunction. It didn't betray you. It finally told the truth. The truth it had been hiding to protect you. The truth you were too overwhelmed to notice. That sudden crash was your system choosing to save you.
Your brain isn't the enemy. It's the friend that carried too much for too long, without complaining.
So if you've felt this kind of sudden burnout, be gentle with yourself. It didn't appear out of nowhere. It came from strength, not weakness. And now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever had burnout hit you all at once? What was the moment you realized something wasn't right? Share your story in the comments. It might help someone feel less alone. If this episode touched you, hit like, subscribe, and take care of yourself, genuinely.
And remember, even the ocean needs calm days. So do you.